Welcome back to TaskForcePodcast, an airsoft podcast made by the airsofters for the airsofters.
What is going on, guys, and welcome back to another episode Task Force Podcast, live on Twitch this time. Co-host
Nasty.
who's
Awkward.
most definitely, and today we are joined by Mr. Fajita?
Hello. Back again.
That's awesome.
Today we are just kind of bullshitting,
Yep.
talking, and of course, first episode live on the Twitch, and we're excited because
History
now
has been made.
Yeah,
yes,
this is real.
we
This is it.
get you guys in the chat. I gotta learn these directions. The chat.
I got to be on
Down.
here
Yeah,
on
he's
Twitch
down there,
before
yeah.
anybody else.
That's right.
I am a legend.
Yeah, that's
I
right.
can take my
Forever.
crown now. I'm just
So-
kidding. There's like 20 other I can think of off the top of my head that would be better in this position.
No, man, I'm super excited about it. I think this is new for us, and I'm excited because now we can get people more included. And when you are on the show, you have a chance to kind of sit with us, especially in this weird
Yeah,
time.
right between
It's
us.
like, it's
Yeah,
just a little
right
weird
here.
because it's like the way we're set up is like I could just see Snake's pretty old face icon in here, and then I'm watching the stream and I can see my dumb face to the bottom. So it's like weird, but
No,
awesome.
No, it's
oh,
good.
when you see the live, you'll love it because you're like a
I'm
fajita.
watching right
You're like a
now. I
fajita
could-
sandwich. Yeah,
This is
we could like love on you a
right.
little.
So this is white bread and some fajita, bro. It's just-
Oh God, you're mixing the American with the Tex-Mex. Jesus. Jesus Christ.
No, so of course Fajita is with Five Bros, and Five Bros is an affiliate team of Task Force Podcast. Which, by the way, if you don't know what an
So
affiliate
blessed
team
about
is,
To have that.
yes, of course.
for sure, man. And if you don't know what an affiliate team is, to us it is somebody at a local event that if we were there and at the same place, we would gladly patch up and run with these guys on whichever team or run with them on their team.
Ride or die.
And vice versa. If they were here and run a local game or at a Milson want to run with us, they would probably do the same.
Right.
So
Well, not in the case of the last Milson we went to, because
Right.
Right.
swooped in and took my catch. I threw them an awesome lead. Had to throw him a nice lead. Fucking took it.
yeah, it
Shout out to
was.
Grimnir though. That was an awesome event.
Shout
Yes,
out.
for sure.
But if I recall, one of my boys, you guys got into an entanglement with him. Great.
Mm.
You go,
We,
you're the press guys?
Yes.
Oh, you're the
We,
first? Oh my god.
We might have been up there shooting some shots and making some commentary, and then
Yeah, I watched all your posts. It
got
was
shot
really good.
what in the throat, in the body, down, and then grenaded, and then questioned.
Yeah.
Did I just shoot
Did I
press?
just shoot press? But yes, sir, you did. I promise you.
In
did.
which case he was recompensated with a dick shot.
Yeah, it was
by
great.
by Jackal.
By
So
of all the
By
people.
Jackal.
Yeah.
I heard he got a patch out of it as well.
yes, he did.
Yeah, while we're laying there.
While we're
Jake's
laying there.
Jake's like, here's a patch for the dick shot.
Yeah.
It was great.
It was too quality of a
It
moment
was.
not to hand out
That's a moment.
I mean,
a
like,
patch.
and you want me to tell you the best part about that? My dude, Hunter, shout out to you listening. Dude, it was not even in our slightest plans to have him go solo dolo lone wolf. And it just played out perfectly. Like, once they realized what we had, like, I know Rabbit and Shepard just like, I need you to do something at night for me. You do it?
Right?
Yeah, of course he's gonna do it. His last name
Right.
was Hunter. What is he gonna do? Hunt.
That's right.
I was
Yeah, sure he did.
I was so surprised when they said it was just him. I was like, "What?"
Dude, he had us all fucked up.
yeah, I really thought there was like multiple people on the left side, but no,
Yes.
it was just him.
No, it's just one dude with an RPK and
Yeah,
a lot of mental damage like the rest of us.
just pushed up and was
He's
like,
also a
"Hey,
tattoo
what's up, boys?"
artist.
He is a
Yes.
tattoo artist, and
Um,
if we're ever in New York, I want to go
I
get a
wanna-
tattoo by him.
I'm gonna plug him then. It's on Instagram.
He muted his
Two-
mic.
2 period wolves period and period a period lamb. 2 wolves and a lamb on Instagram.
Yes.
Dope work by him. I'm actually planning on getting my next tattoo from him as well.
Yeah, it'll be sick.
Sick work. Sick work.
Yeah, there was definitely a bunch of confusion at times
I,
back there.
I wanted to get a tattoo quote where it's like it's from him. It's like, "Oh, you guys are press?"
Yeah, that would be sick. Just quotations. Oh, you're
Just
press?
kill press.
Wait.
I just kill press.
Are you
I just kill
press?
the-
That shit would be so funny. No.
God. So-
what?
So tell me what's good. What's the dish? I haven't been here in a minute. I missed you guys.
I know we haven't really been doing anything.
I
Like
came
I wanted to
back
go
from
play some local games, but
Yeah.
I've been a little bit afraid to run because I got the old snip and clip. And
Yeah,
so,
yeah. You
Clip.
need to tell everybody
Yeah.
about that.
yeah,
What's
snip and
the-
clip.
Elaborate.
Yeah, he just-
I think the medical term for it's vasectomy.
no more babies.
Yeah, so
The tank is now dry, ladies.
yeah,
It's
yeah.
a shame.
Sorry if you missed out on
Damn.
that train.
No, you didn't miss out.
There's no more gravy in that boat, buddy.
That's right. That's right. So, needless to say, running or sliding or possible dick shots have been not something that I have been overly worried about getting in front of right now.
Right.
But other than that, like, no, it's starting to get snowy here and cold. So,
Oh yeah, you guys got that
Yeah.
white stuff.
So
Mhm.
that's
It's-
my
we're
part.
Not that, we're not that far apart. It's getting super cold in New York City. It's been raining the last like whole week, so when usually we get rain like this, it means that the snow
Snow's
is not too
coming.
far behind.
Yeah,
Right.
this past Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday, I worked snow shift 12
yeah,
hours.
we had
12 hours
snow
a day, yeah.
Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and then of course in Kansas fashion,
It's
it
80
went
degrees.
from 32 degrees to 85. So
Yeah.
Oh, welcome to the world we live in now.
Yeah,
It's like
no
we
shit.
get every season in a week if we're lucky.
Right.
yes, so. But no, I think we're gonna try and hit some local games, and then really just been
Oh,
working
hi,
on.
hi, Nasty's mom. I didn't like a chat for a minute.
Yes, yes, TFPC Nasty's mom. Everybody's in
It's
here.
So specific.
It
Dang
is.
Yes,
Awesome.
You'll never not know.
yeah, yeah. I was like Nasty's mom. Oh, I was
Wait.
like, what? Your
know-
mom made a Twitch
You
just
know
to be
how
on here?
excited she was?
Really?
She's like, guess what I did? I was like, what'd you do, Mom? She's like, I made a Twitch. I'm like, God damn it.
So listen though,
love it.
that's true love and dedication, and one's belief that their son's that entertaining.
Thank you, man. And
That
all I
is-
do is sit
this
here and
is
laugh
true.
and be like, yes.
Slight reach, but you know,
Oh, come on, man.
if it ain't broken, it ain't broken. You know, it ain't broken.
Yeah, don't
fix it.
fix it.
Then
yeah.
you got Baxter
But
in here,
Baxter.
and
He
then
keeps winning stuff. I don't
He
understand him.
does.
He just
Yeah.
keeps winning stuff.
I know
He's a
he won a
hacker.
freaking he won the
KWA?
Crytek
Or the Crytek.
at
Yeah.
Radio Silence. Man,
I think he won a gun from random guy Kevin as well.
really?
Yo, Baxter, show
I
the
don't know.
love,
Did he?
man. Could we get
I don't know.
a confirmation?
I don't know.
please?
I'll have
See?
to ask him on that.
Now
Anime
we can
for
get
this.
answers.
I love you,
We can
Molnir.
get answers
Molnir,
now.
You're a real
Yes.
man, Molnir. He can't. Yo, guys,
That's-
Molnir
Mjol-
paused his
my-
anime for this.
Mjolnir is my wife.
Ooh, red leader.
So, yeah, the
Yeah.
one with the
Yeah,
whip.
Mjolnir.
Okay, I think that
Mjolnir's
was,
my wife.
I think.
But yes, she did pause
I
her.
don't know who won that. Then I think it was somebody else.
I don't know.
Caleb Tucker Airsoft.
Yes,
oh,
that's
Caleb,
right.
okay.
Caleb
Look,
Tucker.
him and Caleb always
Yeah.
win stuff, and I'm mad.
I don't know. We're gonna have to
And
hopefully
recent-
break that cycle here soon.
Right.
Oh
know?
yeah, there's
Yeah, there's
there's
the
there's
things.
what there's a thing that
Yeah.
does things that
We've-
gives things to people.
we've
That's
got
weird.
the-
I've
we got
never
the-
heard of that.
Got that fancy 1K giveaway we still need
Yeah.
to get set up for hitting 1,000 on Instagram and 100 on YouTube. So, and what's nice is now with the live on Twitch, I have some plans with that because Twitch does a random name picker out of the chat. So it'll be
Right.
something you have
yeah,
to be
that's
on the chat.
perfect.
Yeah.
So
See, that's the best thing. The streamer tools on Twitch, awesome. You can literally and then like. I
Thank
don't
you
know if
for
I'm
the
all
follow.
ready, I don't know if I'm already a mod, but if I do become a mod, I could definitely help with that when I'm
Yeah.
not on the show.
Oh yeah, for sure, definitely.
That
Say,
means you
dude.
guys, everybody that watches this show, is just probably gonna have to get used to me now. Sorry, there's nothing I can do to help you.
So for
Expect ban hammers.
Let's see here. What did he say? He said, Baxter said, I did win in 1911 at Bad Blood in 2019. I was trying to win the picture at Radio Silence.
Oh yeah,
that picture was
sick.
That picture
That
was
was
dope.
made by that was made by Turk. I
Yeah,
believe.
Rudiment Arms.
Yeah,
Yep.
Rudiment Arms
Yeah.
guy.
Rudiment
That was
Arms.
fucking dope.
Yeah, shout
That
out to those
reminds
guys,
me-
man.
that reminds- Send me my patch, Rudiment. I want that Boogaloo Boo patch ASAP. I ordered it on the day it dropped. I needs that.
I know. I want to get one of those Rick patches, dude. That thing is pretty fucking sick.
Oh, the
Like,
Operator Rick ones.
yes.
So
I-
for
The ones from Bob's Burgers are dope
Yeah,
too.
those
are
Oh
good.
my god, I want tactical Tina.
yeah.
So for the off chance no one know who this guy is, Fajita,
Yes.
introduce
Fajita.
yourself to the
Oh.
world.
All right, well, I'm a couple of things.
Ooh,
Sexy is
Well-
number one.
good with the back rubs.
Good with the
Oh,
back rubs.
yeah,
Yeah,
I definitely had to get that shoulder rub in on you,
Yeah,
brother.
dude, that
I
was a
couldn't-
rough day.
Couldn't not. It was. We
Yeah.
were going through it.
yeah.
I was like, I just, plus my guy fucking lit your head up. Let me rub those knots out real quick.
Yeah.
But yeah, nothing really. I mean, I was on Airsoft Pro League Season 1,
That's a big deal.
Right.
and can't reveal any spoilers yet, obviously, because
Right.
I signed papers, and if I breach that, they'll kick down my doors and put a black bag over my head.
Called it.
I got the
So
So
answer.
they were going to sign a
got the answer.
non-disclosure, but
Chris, I'm loyal.
yes, very loyal.
I think he was on here too. Chris Machi.
Yes,
Macho Man.
TF Matchmaker, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Matchmaker and
He was
stuff.
on here when we had Airsoft Pro League on the show with the real deal, Jake, which was
Aw,
weird.
Nasty's mom. I'm so happy to be a part of this weird family that you got going on here. I wouldn't want to be anywhere else. This is my home now.
No,
Just
I
take
love
my
it.
shoes off.
Mom, I'm changing your password, and you'll never figure it.
Baxter wants to know a brief talk about how this team got started. Baxter, are you talking about
Five bros.
Five Bros, or are you talking
Or-
about the
He means,
TF?
I think he means 5 boroughs because
He should know us by now.
Yeah, I would
So
hope so.
go ahead, Fajita, make it happen.
So what happened was that I joined a team. It was Deadline Force. Shout out to them. I have no ill intent against them. It's just they weren't like we were trying to be New York's like spotlight for Milsim. Trying to get
Right.
out to these events. We're trying to get out on the field, take pictures, recruit as many people from like all the 5 boroughs. The ones that like a lot of them came from meeting them at my job, playing with them, and it was just too stagnant, too slow. When I brought up radio silence, only like 3 people, another chapter joined in, and it was like I don't want to be a part of that. Like all these people talking about, oh, when's the next game day? When's the next milsim? Oh, my wife's in the chat.
Oh, what's up, wife?
What up,
Yeah.
Fajita's wife? My wife, Mjolnir, is in the chat.
And my mom's here, so-
promptly name Mrs. Peter the Savage.
There you go.
I know. I asked my wife if she wanted to be named Mrs. Snake or Snake's wife, and she was like, "Nah, just name me
Oh,
Mjolnir."
I'm the Hammer of Thor.
That's right.
But continue.
Because
Yeah.
that's what she is in the household. She's the hammer.
I can't really argue with that.
Nope, because if you do, you're sleeping on the couch. But yeah, 5 Bros Tactical was just a spur of the moment thing. I was just tired of people being stagnant. Like all this talk about let's go to these field days, let's go to these games. My sister. And like let's do this, and then when I throw out the invite, I set up field days. I work with the airsoft fields, paintball fields to accommodate us, and then I have to put on these numbers, and then nobody bites. So
Yeah.
it really fell on me, and I was just like, I don't like this environment. I talked to like a couple of the people I made captains, like leadership of my team, and I was like, we were gonna wait till after Radio Silence to drop, and then like go back because we already registered as Deadline Force, but
Right.
there was apparently a leak that we were leaving, and then things escalated to the point where it was like, "Fuck it, we're dropping it." And then we did it on your podcast.
Right.
Actually, we debuted as Five Bros Tactical on this podcast.
Oh shit!
So,
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
I
episode
remember-
20.
Wow.
Yeah,
I feel
that's
yeah.
privilege.
yeah. We've
Fucking
had a lot
privilege.
of
it's
really
like-
kind of
and
cool
then
things.
Ever
I
since
know.
then, we were the biggest sell at Radio Silence for the CFI. Um, we have a couple we have the affiliate program from 6mm. Some people noticing us. It's
Mm-hmm.
cool.
Yeah.
We're like over 30 members strong right now, and that's big for me. It's just
Yeah.
the fact that people in my own community are like striving to come together and let's get out there and put New York on the map. Because over here, like I said in a previous episode, it's a taboo here. It's a big gray area in New York
Yeah.
City,
Right.
and like a lot of the times, a lot of people don't even know what airsoft is.
Right.
It's just a small. That's just the small, simple truth about it. A lot of people know, and especially in New York City, because it's like it's not well recognized. There's no places for it. Unless you live out in Long Island, you know about it.
Right.
Right.
And that's how a lot of us got into it. I got into it simply just because I was like, I stumbled across a Novrich video, and I was like, huh.
I wonder, that kind of
How
like
do you
brings a random question to my head. Like, I wonder what the number of people is that people like Novrich or Kicking Mustang, because it always seems like the sniper videos are the ones that people find,
Right.
You know why?
and they're like,
It's
"Oh, this is what we should do."
Right.
Because it's honestly a sniper. Until like they post up the videos of like people
Right.
being upset about
Yeah.
snipers, it's probably the most purest form of this sport. You're
Right.
a long distance away. If you get cracked in the head by a sniper, you only acknowledge that his aim is good.
Right.
That's
That's
fair.
really it. Because like if I get I'll be more mad if I got like full autoed by an LMG gunner than if the guy while I'm running cracks me in my mask because while like 100+ feet away.
Well, see,
Right.
but
the
that's
wind
also
going on.
that's also the other thing though about the sniper videos is like they always look like they're such a good shot, but this is
Yeah.
like heavily edited. You know what I
Right.
mean? Like
Mhm.
he's
But
picking
it's
the
like
key
that's like
ones
after.
there.
I mean, obviously, there's a bunch of whiffs there, but whiffs don't. I mean, I feel like to a certain audience that would like make good content, but for a lot
Right.
of people, it's just like I came to see you crack people in the face.
Why
So, do
no
that.
scope 360? You should turn him up on Discord for me,
I
please.
should turn him
Yeah.
up on Discord.
Yeah. Just you can do it that way too. Thank you.
Okay.
I've
Anyway,
got
but,
pretext.
We're talking about six
Right.
6mm plastic actually, and it was funny because he said 6mm plastic, and then in the chat it dropped a link to 6mm plastic, and use code TaskForce 2020.
Amen.
10% off your order for that. Crazy how I magically set that up. Just timed out perfect. I did not do it on purpose.
Timing is
it just happened.
That'll
But
never
yeah,
happen again.
so that's
Probably
basically
not.
the long story short about how the team was founded.
Right.
As
But
far
what-
as like
What about you? What do you do? I mean, like, we know what you do, but they don't know what you
Right.
like what do I do as in regards to my personal life or like
do. Like,
Uh,
yeah, sure. Well, your
Sure,
job.
whatever you're willing.
Whatever you
So,
want to talk about.
I'm
Hey, man,
actually
if
a
you want to,
paintball-
if you want to talk about things that you do in the bathroom alone in the dark with candlelight in a warm tub,
Hey.
you can talk about
It's
it.
forever now.
Yeah.
It's forever now.
it's
so
it's forever gonna be on VOD
that's
Right.
right.
until somebody scans through it and says we violated TOS.
It'll
Um,
get clipped for sure.
Yeah, actually, I'm a paintball and airsoft ref at the only paintball / airsoft field in New York City, Area 53. Shout out to them, because without them I'd be unemployed. I get paid to watch rentals shoot each other. And like then on Tuesdays we have our airsoft nights, which are like the best thing ever because there's no paintballers. It's just airsoft.
All airsoft.
And I've run those guys, and you know what? While we're on the topic about me being a ref, there's some discrepancies I want to point out from a ref's perspective. Now that I've been doing it for
Mhm.
like a year and some change,
Mm-hmm.
airsofters, stop complaining about things we cannot physically change in the moment. That is a corporate issue. Okay, the best thing you can do for us is go on Google or Yelp and leave a review, because that is where they're watching. They don't care about what we say.
Right.
So please, it's not because they don't like us either. It's just because they got bigger things to manage right now. So just hit them up. Be like, yo, I don't like the way this is set up, or I feel like you guys should change the layout every once in a while. That's all it takes.
Fair.
Please
do
call
wanna
your
shout out-
hits.
I do want to shout out MT6 actually is in here too. Yeah, that way, whatever. It's different directions. MT6 Airsoft, though, actually, the whole reason why I went on Twitch was because a late night stream or a late night live, and then I talked to them, and they were like, hey, bro, you should really look into Twitch. So then I started looking into Twitch, and I was like,
Right.
Yeah,
this
that'll
has
do it.
this has some good stuff. But I couldn't
look,
leave them out.
there is Larry
Yeah.
Craig.
Yes. Yes,
What's
Mr.
going on,
Larry
dude?
Craig. He also made a dope ass picture that Primetime was in, but we didn't get Fajita in. We'll
Oh,
have to
yeah,
get
it's
Fajita
my
in
background
there.
on my computer.
He actually was. He actually took the picture of me.
Yeah.
Oh man, I missed that photo op. Oh,
Yes,
well.
It's in the Discord.
It's in our Discord.
the
It's
Discord.
also in
Hold on, let me
the
get a gander at this thing.
should be in the general chit chat.
Probably.
Of the
It's in
Discord.
there somewhere. So if you don't
find it.
know, you can
There's a
join
nice
our
Photoshop
you can join our
picture.
Discord,
Yes.
which probably be linked in here at some point.
It is in our profile. If you go to the about
Oh,
section, there's a
It's in the
Discord button.
profile,
Click
right.
that,
Yeah,
and you'll
Mom,
get in.
and this is the one you don't have to worry about. I promise.
Mom is in the Discord.
She called me about that earlier. She was like, "How do I work
Mom
this?"
is in the Discord. I repeat, Mom is in
Yeah.
the Discord.
Keep it chill, gentlemen. Fuck it, she don't care. She'll
Yeah,
add to it.
while out, that's fine.
Wild out, yeah.
It's no
Turn
big
ups.
deal.
That's what she's here for. She signed up for this.
Exactly, she knows. Trust
Mom,
me.
Mom,
it in- you
while
put it
out
in
with the rest
general?
of them. I believe so. Yes, should be in.
And if
general.
not, I can send it to you.
You'll
later
see it.
tonight.
It's like everybody in a bathroom. Our most,
a kind of
Your most
embarrassing
pristine
pictures.
moment?
Yeah.
yes, our most prestige pictures of. I'm in there. Nasty's in there.
It's sad.
I believe Will Smith is in there. Kanye West.
and a solid,
Guy Fieri.
all in a bathroom.
A guy wearing all Supreme stuff in like a speedball
Yeah, who is
loadout.
it? Isn't it a 5-bro?
I don't think so.
Wait, what?
I thought it was a 5-bro picture I saw on Instagram one day of that.
I don't know. I don't think so.
Oh, he gone.
I left the chat. My bad.
He did
Anyways.
leave the chat.
This is what happens. You have mod privileges and you click unlock stuff.
Yeah.
I see it. Nice.
Yep.
Awesome. Yeah, I think that was no, I think that might have been on our page. I gotta double check.
I can't. That was a late night. I was drinking,
Oh, hold up.
and
I
I
put my
hopped
camera
in
back
Discord
on.
with M6, and I'm like, I need a new background. He's like, bet. And then this pro fucking Photoshop just comes out of fucking nowhere.
Just starts living and making this
Right.
this funny ass fucking edited
Yep.
video. Oh, it was gold.
But anyway, for you, I
Yes,
apologize.
continue.
Go back.
I just
please.
had to
so
make
good.
sure. I had to
Tell
make
the
sure I
choir
said-
So
what's up.
like as a referee, I see a lot of people complain about cheaters. You got to realize something, guys. As a airsoft ref, you got to remember what sport we're playing. We're shooting very tiny pellets at each other. If you don't have a tracer, especially if it's not done in front of me, I don't see it. So I
Right.
always say if people don't call everybody
Did you just fart?
really
No, there's a chair.
a lot of people get upset when I say this, but if people don't call their hits, it generally means they have not been hit. So your intentional reaction is to shoot them until they call it.
Amen.
I don't
And-
understand where the confusion lies. And then when the people who don't call their hits get mad about getting overshot, then the problem gets resolved.
Right. Well, see,
And
and that was the
also,
thing we kind of
don't-
talked about a little bit. Was it also depends upon what everybody's thought is on overshooting. Like,
Right.
I really don't consider if somebody pegs me with like 3-4 shots, I don't consider overshooting because
Overshooting is getting mag dumped.
yeah, if you get
Yeah.
mag dumped, like if
Tristan.
you're actually getting mag dumped,
No, that was a bag
Then-
dump.
Oh, back up.
yeah,
Right.
that's a bag dump. Yeah, if you're getting actually like 15-20 shots and you've been saying hit, like you're in the middle of standing up, hand clearly up, dead rag out, yelling hit.
And then you get pegged like 3-4 more times, and
Yeah.
you're getting overshot because that guy he's a sociopath,
Right.
and he probably needs to be checked.
That's
But
when we
That's
fight.
nasty.
That's when
And
we
the-
fight.
Yeah,
100%.
in 90% of the time, in most cases, complain about overshooting is just the fact that they forget that this is like kind of a tactical sport. You're
Right.
holding a replica firearm. If somebody who trains understands what follow-up shots are, they're going to do that. And then when you
Right.
run into 3 or 4 of them, you can't be upset. He just planned his
Right.
trajectory, and you fell right into his trap.
Right.
That's the thing. It's like I always have the policy of like experience it so you don't got to go through it again.
Right.
So
Now,
it's like if I run down this flank and I'm getting like maybe I should take more cover.
mm,
Maybe I shouldn't be so
that's true.
blatantly running out like this is laser tag. It's not laser tag.
Right. But as a saw gunner, you know, I've ran into the issue where I was that guy, right?
Mhm.
Where I would overshoot you, but sometimes I'm shooting into a darkened area, maybe like a forest or a doorway or something, and when you're firing and you are not positive, your shit's going straight,
Mhm.
you know, and someone yells hit,
Right.
and I think there's 2 or 3 of you back there.
Right.
I'm a douche. I'm just gonna hold the trigger
Yeah.
down.
Well, see, that's the other thing people don't take into consideration is that when you get shot, sure, you might call your hit, and maybe I'm not even aiming for you anymore. Maybe I'm
Right.
aiming at the asshole behind you who's
Right.
standing there in the room.
But get the fuck
or
out
whatever.
the way.
Yeah. Lay
Exactly.
down, crawl
Yeah.
away.
Go,
Like
just go, hey, go prone,
Right.
roll, do
Exactly.
barrel rolls,
nobody
do a-
says
do
you
a
have to
crazy
stop, stand
somersault.
up, and then say I'm hit, and
Right.
stand there for 2 seconds and then walk away. You could
And
fucking crawl the
my
fuck
thing
out
is,
of
is
there.
why are people walk like unless you're comfortable with getting hit
Right.
Right.
after crawling back and walking, you should be running back to spawn.
Yep.
My thing is,
Exactly.
don't stay in a place that you feel is hostile to you. If you feel like you're getting shot excessively while you're walking back to spawn, maybe switch it up.
Jesus.
Run.
Right.
Run. Just run.
Right.
Or maybe not play airsoft because you're too soft for the sport.
Right.
And it's like I'm also like in another thing, I don't have favoritism. Most referees do not practice favoritism. What it is that people who come in on a regular basis who are here to the rules and show good character during games definitely do not get looked at negatively when something goes wrong first. That's just the way of the world. If these guys are following the rules every time they come and play, I have no reason to I'll question it, but I'm not
Right.
gonna go ahead and place my money that these guys are definitely doing what's being said because
Right.
I've already put that standard upon them. Where it's like, guys, if you work with me, I'll make it fun for you.
Easy. Right. That's why I couldn't be a ref.
Fajita, carry pepper spray. I'm just saying.
You can get Mom,
Yes.
send him some bear spray. We have 2 or 3 cans.
Larry
Just
Craig
send him
said
some.
he says he sees it so much on our field. He sees people get hit and then they just stay there, and they get shot when they're
Right.
trying to be shooting the
Well,
dudes behind them.
And it doesn't help, even at Radio Silence, where me and Fiji got caught in that can. Fiji, right? That's his name. Speedballer, about this tall.
Fishy.
Okay,
however
whatever.
you
So
pronounce
I
it.
come him to save his life. Hopefully, he would give me backup cover when he runs. That didn't happen. Anyway, I was getting fucked up for this guy. Okay, I laid on the ground. Now, did I start bitching when I was getting shot in the top of the head by my team? And getting shot up the leg and the bottom of the feet by the enemy team? Was I bitching? No, because I was doing my best to get the fuck out of the way.
Right.
Now, did I try to stand up to get out of the container to quit being shot? Yes. And then they further fucked me up. But I knew they don't know how many people are in here.
Right.
They don't know how many people are
Right.
in here. So finally, I just stuck my dead rag up, laid on the ground, and took the fucking beating.
Right.
I got a flashlight. They like, oh shit, you're pressed? Yeah. You dead? Yeah. Oh, my bad. And then my teammate continued to shoot me.
Right.
So
And
Well,
this
see-
is why, and like especially in CQB settings on indoor fields, this is why grenades are permitted because I'm tired of like shooting somebody that's hiding in a room. I get them out, and I'm not knowing if there's 3 or 4 more people, so I
Right.
have to consistently lay down a line of fire until I can confirm that they're there. When I could just realistically, I take a bang 22,
Right.
throw it in the room, and I'll know in the first 2 seconds because either people are gonna scatter or nobody's gonna come out of the room.
exactly.
So wait, so
And
you
if
guys-
they don't, they die.
You guys can't use grenades at the indoor facility?
We can, but a lot of places complain about it because it's loud. And, like
Right.
a Bang 22 is using a nail gun cartridge.
Right. I'm surprised you
like-
guys don't use like the Thunder Bee.
We used to use Thunderbees, but they're so inconsistent. Like it's all like the grenade, like you can have like the best core ever,
Right.
but the way the grenade functions is if the guy who made the shell that day did his job right and made it the perfect thickness,
Right.
it'll pop every time. Otherwise, you get a lot of duds. Like with Valken, like I'll put it like this way: I love Valken's like gloves, their apparel. I like their plate carriers because you can modify them really easily. Their new tracer they put out is pretty good. It's holding up equivalent to a Ace Tech, and dude, the grenades. What the hell? These things don't explode.
That dude's
Like
always pissed off.
Gear,
Yeah.
the airsoft gear is very hit or miss with me, but for the most part, like knuckle reinforced gloves. Oh, Valken, send me a box of those, dude.
Right.
I'll be in it. Listen, call me a sellout, but if they sent me a box of those hard knuckle gloves, I think those are the Zulus. Oop, I got a phone call.
Did you say
Hold
it was
on.
Did you say it was the Bang 22?
The Bang 22 by Airsoft Innovation.
Okay.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I've seen those. The Airsoft Pro League actually, the Real Deal, has actually been posting a little bit about those here lately. Basically, they take either
CO2.
no, it's like a cartridge. It's like a primer, if I remember correctly. I'm pretty sure it takes like a primer. But anyway, they have like ones that are 22. They have ones that are 9mm. They have ones that are 45.
Oh, like primer.
Yeah, like a
Bullet
primer.
Oh, dude, that's dope.
Like a primer.
Yeah, let me get them 44
You
max.
throw them,
son.
they go off, and then they've
Oh
got
yeah,
a
dude,
hell
they're
of a,
loud and like
hell of a
it's
bang.
cool because you can buy these different levels of cartridge.
Right.
You can buy the loudest one, which usually most fields say no.
I think it's the loudest one's either a 12 gauge or a 45.
Yeah,
Yo,
and
what
like
the
yeah,
fuck?
and like
Yeah,
and like
they're loud
and like
as fuck.
and like Craig said, like Larry said, he's like indoor fields there's never pyrotechnics allowed because it'll set off a smoke alarm or something.
That's
I
why
mean, but
you
here's the
sign a
shitty
piece of
part.
paper, bro. Your eardrum blows up. That's all you
No,
got.
it's not even about
Right.
that. It's just the inside, being inside and having smoke waft into one of the sprinkler systems will.
Now it's changed. It's raining.
And it's just like, and like
now you're getting the freedom of outdoor play with rain and
it's
everything.
like for like our field, like the one in New York, it's like iffy because
It's a bomb,
Like,
technically. Like
no,
someone
it's
hears
iffy
that
because
outside, wouldn't that be loud as shit? And someone's like, "Oh my god!" So I'm good.
like
Not really.
like here's the thing about in our facilities because like a lot of places the ceiling requirements don't meet for proper ventilation for like stuff
Oh.
like that.
Okay.
And like we're in the middle of a warehouse in Brooklyn, so it's like we have
Right.
like 50-foot high ceilings. And it's like the main problem was like the materials that we have on the field. Right now we're going through a renovation process. Believe it or not, we have now banned like sliding and diving on our field because of people like because remember we're a mixed field, we have people in airsoft.
Right.
And when people would slide, they would slide into obstacles. And you're in a warehouse. It's like there's industrial shit. We have a fucking fire hydrant in the middle of our field. It's part of the field, obviously, but we
Right.
have a fucking fire hydrant there. People slide into it and they get hurt. And it's like and it's also with paintballers. So with that in mind, like it's gonna sound crazy, but we switched to gravel
Yeah.
Oh,
in the meantime.
Oh,
So we're
yeah.
repaving the field with gravel until we can. Right, it's expensive.
that
to
would
get
definitely not make me want to slide.
Yeah.
I mean,
at
and like,
all.
dude, and dude, another thing is like, it's temporary. Obviously, we're looking
Right.
for other solutions, but it's like we have to ban things in order for things to work out. And then now we allow pyros because there's no wood on the floor, there's no
Right.
sand, there's no
Yeah.
pieces of plastic. It's stone. And like, and as long as you're not being carried away or douchey with them, like
Right.
throwing like 50 of them a game.
Let
Like-
me get hit by a fucking rock, bro.
Do
I'll
you
come
guys
tear
allow
your
like
ass out.
tagging rounds inside the indoor?
Oh, absolutely not, because if you can launch them over the net
Oh,
that we have,
okay,
if
that's
you launch
true.
it over the net,
Hmm.
it could hit the wall and like, no, we don't want people thinking bombs are flying at us. Like the tag-in grenades you can play off as party poppers, honestly.
Right.
Hmm.
I'm interested.
If you're gonna compare a tag-in to one of those E67s,
Well, like I was thinking like a like the chalk rounds or something.
oh no, I mean if it's a non-explosive device, I don't care. But
Right.
like frags, like E67s, P grenades,
Damn,
like
dude.
even the newer ones, it's like I don't want you to, but
Right.
if you do it in moderation where it's not a problem or affects the facility in any way or burns anything,
Right.
sure. And then, like now we have gravel on the field, so it's like a lot easier to deal with stuff like that where it's like you could throw it on the floor because nothing's gonna catch on fire.
Right.
Gravel does make it kind of interesting. Baxter said gravel's pretty cool and different. Must be hard to run on.
Believe it or not,
Probably not.
it's not like 3 feet of gravel. It's like a little bit of gravel, and it gives way when you put enough pressure on it. So you
Right.
can get footing, as long as you're not like You remember that? I'm not sure if you ever seen that movie where it was like they were like a bunch of random animals that lived together, and they had to forage for the winter and shit. And they had that really the ADHD ass squirrel, and he would run into shit.
Oh, and they lived in a suburban neighborhood that
Yeah,
got
there's like
built
a
over their
raccoon.
forest.
There's like a like the raccoon comes in.
Yeah,
And
he
tries to
comes
help
in
him.
leading the whole.
Oh, are you
motherfucker.
guys talking about Nut Job?
No,
No,
what?
it's,
No. What the fuck?
Well, that's like
Something-
that's like the squirrel
with-
fucking accidentally burns up all of their winter stuff.
Over the hedge.
Over the hedge.
Over
There
the
you
hedge.
go. Thank you.
Thank you.
Yes.
This is why we
Yes.
needed the chat
Yeah.
for when we have cartoon questions.
Right.
Because airsofters will definitely know the answer to cartoon
Right.
questions. And
Wait.
anime and hentai
Anima.
questions.
Anima.
Anima.
Enema.
They'll know
Anima.
anime questions. Oh, they'll probably know
But,
that too.
But yeah, dude. As far as being a paintball ref goes, it sucks.
Papega.
It sucks. It's because it's not even because of like
I would.
rentals per se. It's like the kind of customers we get. It's just
Right.
like
Like-
we're from New York City,
Right.
and people are rowdy. Not a lot of them play paintball, so when they get put in a situation like where they get to shoot each other, things get out of hand really quick.
Right. But let me fuck
Is that
with
New
me.
Yorker?
Right.
Is that
Right.
New Yorker?
Yeah.
Coming
See,
out.
and that's
So,
also kind of one of the things. It's like when people were talking about, of course, the Airsoft Pro League, is like, dude,
Respectfully.
you guys, it's hosted by somebody who lives in New York, so it's like whenever they say something to him, or they would say something and they would get a response. Like, part of me was like not surprised by the style of response, and that's
You
what was
mess
throwing
with
a
the
lot of
bull,
people
you
off.
get the horns,
Right,
dude.
like you're talking
Forget.
to somebody in New York, and you got to remember like where you come from and where you're raised and where you live always has some influence on your personality. And
Right.
if you say something to somebody, like they're either gonna hit you with a rebuttal or they're just gonna laugh it off and not give two fucks.
Yeah.
And
Oh,
so I mean,
Dexter asked me a good question, but let's continue on what we're talking about when it comes to TF Matchmaker. Now, in his like, it's two-sided to say it. I'm not gonna say it backhandedly though. I agree with how he defended his baby. That's his baby
Right.
right?
at the end of the day, and
Right.
you're gonna defend your baby no matter what.
Oh,
no
for
matter
sure.
to the fullest extent that you can go.
Right.
But from a marketing standpoint, it was the bad call.
Yes, agreed.
With that being said, he was able to tone it down and fill in more blanks in the chat.
Agreed.
But
Agreed.
even with that being met, obviously, this first impression of him is he's a fucking brute from New York City
Right.
that only knows how to watch two
Right.
grown men beat the shit out of each other for money.
Right.
But it goes beyond that because like a lot of them used to he's not even an airsofter. I'm like, dude, I met him playing airsoft,
right.
and he got into the sport enough, the hobby enough to go like, let's put this on a platform.
Right. Let's make
Like,
something of it.
To invest his own money and time into it. People forget that. It's not like a company hired him and went like, yo, find us the next American Gladiator and put it
Right.
together. No, he's like, he had a cup of coffee with the fucking Real Deal Airsoft. And we're like, dude, how can we put this on TV?
Yeah.
And they did it. Well, they didn't do it on TV, but they did it. They got the format down. I mean,
Right.
yeah, so obviously it's the first edition. It's gonna be rough around the edges.
Right.
Yeah.
People need to recognize for what it is. And then people get mad, like, oh,
Yeah.
$25. And it's like, yo, dude, honestly, you
Yeah.
don't have to buy it. I'm not. No one's pushing you
Right.
to buy. Like, people got so offended that it was $25. Like, yo, dude, you guys spend $30-something on a field day or like on random shit on Amazon.
Right.
For less.
Right.
Some of you spend more money on that on takeout on a daily basis.
Right.
So if
Brahms.
it bothers, if the price bothers you and it's that steep a price for
Right.
you, then it's not for you.
Right.
You don't have to worry about that. So after that, you should just leave it at that. Like, yo, I don't want to pay $25 for this,
Right.
and end of story. And then like, if you're interested enough, I feel like the people who were interested in it give the most creative criticism.
Right.
Yeah.
'Cause it's like when you guys watch that first free episode,
Yes.
you guys were like, I see what they're going for.
Exactly.
They're doing some things right, and they're doing some things wrong.
Mm-hmm.
But there's room for the improvement,
Right,
and that's what the point is. The point is like people forget that we're a community at the end of the day, and it's like to bash somebody so hard for having a good idea. It's a
Mm.
good idea. It needs to be executed. Maybe it needs to be executed a little differently in the
Right.
future.
Right.
But right now, it's a blueprint.
Yeah.
Exactly.
It's literally a stepping stone.
Exactly.
It's not the overall final product. It's season 1.
Yeah.
That's implying that there's room to improve it
Right.
before
Right.
season 2 comes in.
Go all the
And
way
it's like-
back to our first episode.
Right.
You will be like, I watch these guys.
Yeah.
Like,
and
what the
it
fuck?
got way better, you know? At least the
Yeah.
first videoed episode. Go
Right.
back to
but
that.
like, but think about it. We went through just doing audio to camera to 3 camera angles to figuring out what the fuck we're really doing.
right.
We go through so many changes,
Right.
and then we find a happy place
right.
where we all
But my
can be
thing
happy.
is that it's like the main scrutiny is within the Facebook groups and like
Fucking,
and,
they're
like,
all
yo, dude-
keyboard warriors.
no, it's not even that. It's like my thing is like you guys are bothered by something,
Mm-hmm.
but you understand that the idea is not coming from a terrible place.
Right.
Right.
So instead of berating somebody, making them feel like less of a person, shitting on their idea
Yeah.
which and honestly, no matter how you point it, is going to bring airsoft into the spotlight.
Right.
No matter how you spin it, no matter how you slice it, whether it's negative or positive, people are going to understand what we're trying to do.
Right.
Maybe they
And
don't want
it's
it.
not gonna
That's
be
why
for
they're being
It's not going to
negative.
be for everybody. It's not going to be for everybody. It's not going to be for all of it. Maybe secretly they're upset because they weren't a part of it.
Maybe.
I'm going to get to that in a second. But my problem is like instead of berating him, sit here, give us the constructive feedback that we need.
Right.
Like have an actual discussion about
Right.
it. Like, well, I don't like how this is done. I think maybe you should have tried this done
right.
and make the improvements and work as a community. Because
Right.
everything right now that's on there is a fucking shit post.
Yeah.
Right.
If somebody, and we're not gonna get terminated. You made this 21 plus, right?
We're fine.
It's fine.
We're fine.
Beautiful.
Yes, I made it 21
Some-
plus.
So like, somebody on the crew on every post that he puts up goes like penis cum. Like, come on, dude.
That's
Come on.
child's bullshit.
Yeah,
like,
dude.
dude, like if you're gonna make and there's another person was like, in like like the SpongeBob cringy font.
Yeah.
Like the mocking font. Somebody typed in like, it's like. It's like they made fun of the guy, the host that was on the show, and it was
Right.
like they made fun of him, and it was like, it's not your regular day at not your regular rental, whatever, in that format.
Man,
Right.
And I was like, yo, dude, I didn't even like get at him for trolling. I was like, yo, if you're gonna troll him, at least use the picture for context.
Right. No
Like,
shit.
like, don't just don't half-ass a shit. Like, don't try to troll half-ass.
It's
Like,
Right.
because then there's me, people who actually know how to troll, that'll come in
Yeah.
and pick you apart.
Right.
And I was like, yo, dude, like, I even went as far as made the meme for him,
Right. See,
using
it's like
his own words.
Larry Craig says, I'm willing to pay just to support the idea. This is something the sport really hasn't seen before. See, and that was kind of something that we touched on when we did the live. And the whole point of me doing the live was I was sitting there and I started to watch it and I was like, you know what? I'm just going to go live. That way my reaction is 100% what I would have said. No
Mhm.
rethink, no nothing. I'm just
No
going to do it live.
pondering, no
You're
sitting
gonna-
on the bathroom,
You're going to sit with
in the
me and you're going to watch it and I'm going to commentate what I think currently. Nasty hopped in. I watched it. I loved the
By the way-
game show-esque feel at the beginning. What they were going for is exactly
I
what
love
they
the way you
achieved.
guys responded to me. By the way, I was so happy. It made me so happy on the inside. I was like,
Yes. I was like, my boy, Fajita. Like, you know, and the thing about it is like even at the beginning, like I've been down for the Airsoft Pro League this whole time. Like I agree with you that everything
There's
they've done
kinks.
is innovative. They're trying to get new people in. Some things they've done the way I would do them. Other things maybe they didn't handle the situation how they
You would've thought
probably
they
would
could've
have.
been done. Yes.
But
and granted, you got to remember, there's always a bottom line in these
Right,
kind of productions. There's a budget that they had to meet, obviously. So
exactly.
it's like, and then like then like that's another thing. I was like, you guys are like, this is not uncommon in any kind of industry
Right.
where you produce something that costs 10 times what you're asking, if not hundreds times.
Right.
And it's like they're not even trying to make back all their money. They just want to prove that it could make money.
And that was
They're not
something
even
that I
trying-
that
That's
was
the thing. They're
something
just
that
trying
I
to get it on a network. They want to get it
Right.
on like a streaming platform for us.
Well,
right.
And it's like, yo, dude, even like, dude, who knows? Twitch might see it and be like, dude, we gotta
Yeah.
get our toes in this shit.
Right.
We gotta
Exactly.
Well, see, and that's what I was talking to him about. Was I was like,
I know there's Twitch mods floating around. Yo, send that to the higher ups. Let's get it.
Yeah.
so I was like, dude, I just looking at what they had in their videos when they're doing the setup and the teardown. Like, I work in the equipment rental industry, you know, like I know just looking at those scissor lifts, how much those scissor lifts cost, and then what the inflation is from here to where you guys are. There's just no fucking way like you would ever make your money back like easily, you know what I mean? Because then on top of that you have all the other things. You have all the lighting. Well, that shit wasn't just there at this airsoft place.
Right.
So they had to either rent it or they knew somebody who had it and they rented it from them or used it, whatever. We lost your camera, by the way. But those guys, you know, they're not going to make their money back right away. And I didn't even expect that to be a thing that they were shooting for. Even at the $24.99, I wasn't even thinking, hey, they're in this for some cash cow. Because again, if you were trying to make money, I would not go. I would not fucking go to the airsoft community, industry, whatever, to try and make money, unless you were like opening up an airsoft shop. You know what I mean?
Right. And like my thing is like, like it's they don't understand. Like listen, I break it up, the hatred for Airsoft Pro League, into two categories. Half of it is not being included,
right,
and the other half is like most of it I see is coming just from the name of it being Airsoft Pro League, which I guess that makes sense because it's like it's not like we're commissioned by like a committee or anything,
right.
but it's like, that's the same thing with like even college sports. It's like you put on a pair of running shoes, you're a college athlete.
Yeah, exactly. Right. When we were talking about this a little bit when we weren't even live, it was like bro, there could be a chess club out there, and chess may not be a commissioned sport, but you could be a pro at chess in some leagues. Same thing with boxing. Like, you could be a pro in this league of boxing, but not in the higher league of boxing. You could be a pro there. So
they put spelling bees on ESPN.
Right.
And now you're a pro speller.
Right.
Cornhole. Bro,
right.
I was out drinking and eating with my family. My old man goes, look at that shit. They're playing cornhole. And I'm like, wow.
Yeah, I went to the fucking bar and there was a cornhole team.
Yeah, I'm just like, so think about it. If you can watch a guy do this
and consider him a pro.
And consider him a pro, trust me, the shit these men do and we do all day.
They're professional eaters.
Yeah.
Eaters, things that we all do. We could all do it.
Very well.
And they're only professional because the league they're in considers them professional.
Fucking
not
right.
Even that. Not even the league. Because it's recorded, documented, and placed on a platform, they're considered professionals. Because why? A set number of people are doing it.
And they have the following to continue it.
But here's the thing: I could be the next greatest thing in like eating food. I can go do every food challenge there is from here in all 50 states.
Right.
But unless I've recorded that and like put myself on a platform,
ain't nobody give a fuck. Right.
I could be a professional in my own right.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like what I don't appreciate is people coming down on like the players themselves, because it's like, dude, all of us were just presented with an opportunity to participate.
Listen, they all took a risk with the gentlemen of the Pro League.
Yeah.
They're like, guys, we're extending our hand for you to come do this and help us get this rolling. And people said, yes, I believe in you. People said, yes, let's make this happen. People went and played these games. Yes, season 1 of Family Guy, episode 1 was not what it is now.
Right.
But 20 fucking years later, right? So just fuck off. Let them do their thing. Pay or don't pay. Watch it. Don't watch. Like, I'm gonna pay for it. He doesn't. Guess what I'm gonna do? Yo, watch this shit with me.
Right.
That's what's gonna happen.
Right.
My thing is like people who bitch and moan about paying for it realize somebody is going to leak it. I know this for a fact. Somebody's going to stream it. Somebody's going to put it on Reddit or whatever. Yeah. Someone who bought it is going to upload it to Mega Upload or somehow, whatever.
Mega share.
Ideas. I'm just pointing out the methods.
It's facts.
Yeah, this is true. This is all true.
My point is like, if you understand that, why do you care about the price? Worry about the content that's being given.
Right.
100%.
Right.
Screw the price.
Well,
Talk
see,
about the content.
And that's That's what I was talking about when we were watching the live. Is I was like, look, man, the first game that I watched of the Pro League, it was just clear that nobody really had like me and you were talking about. You had mentioned, and I didn't even think about it. The camera guys maybe aren't normally filming airsoft, and so they didn't really know what kind of camera angles they need to get. The drone guys were like kind of flexing a little bit, showing what they can do and getting some dope footage. And like then the guy who was editing the first episode, he doesn't really know for sure what wants to be seen.
Right.
But then
I mean, the thing with the drone pilots is that a lot of them do play airsoft, so they know where they like. A lot of I think the first episode never does any justice. It's
Right.
just
Right.
like it's just like saying like, here's some appetizers. Let's
Right.
get the main.
Yeah.
Right. Well,
So with
see,
that
and
being
that's
footage-
what I was gonna say is I felt like they were just compiling footage in the first gameplay. The only problem was I didn't know what was going on. Then by the time the second game come around,
They've comfortable.
the shit got better. The
Yeah, they
video
dialed
editing
it
was
up.
right. It was already in the same episode, just the second game of the same episode, vast improvement.
Oh,
So
yeah.
it's like, well, then the next episode is probably going to be even better, and the next episode is going to be
Right.
better,
And they're
the
gonna
next
find
episode.
they're gonna find the way they like to do things.
Right.
They're gonna see like, holy shit, that works, that doesn't, blah 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 blah.
Right.
And another
Mashed
thing they
potatoes.
don't realize, like a lot of people don't realize, because I was there, I participated.
Yeah.
I
Mhm.
competed. There was a lot. You got to remember, things break. Technical difficulties always happen. So like with
Right.
that first, and also sometimes it's just the way of the game. It's the flow
Yeah.
of the game.
Right.
Sometimes there aren't any notable things for us to show you.
Right.
Mhm.
That's just because my thing is like if they had drones floating everywhere, nobody would be able to get anything done. They had to keep it to like 2 drones at a time.
Right.
You have the camera guys flying around who have to synchronize between themselves on where they're going at all times.
Right.
And plus, I
Also,
wouldn't want a
maybe
drone.
Somebody also pointed out to me at one point. It was like, I feel like the refs would like be a dead giveaway for flagging players. No, because there's so many of them that they could be looking at anything at any given time.
Right.
Right.
And then that's honestly one of the things that I think, I'm not going to say it did, but I feel like some of the teams that participated, they got caught by that. Where it's like, oh, that camera guy's there. That means that player's right behind there. I try to
Right.
go rush them, and then there's nobody there. Like, huh?
And then the first games, you got these players who have probably never had 30 dudes with cameras, a drone flying over them. You know, this is something that's going to be live to the world. Whoever wants to
Right.
see it,
That
and
pressure's
they got
on.
that in their head.
That pressure's
Yeah.
on.
Right, like that
Yeah,
can
like-
that can shake people.
Mhm.
Yeah, dude, you're gonna like. I'm not trying to like I said, I don't want to give away spoilers. I don't want to say that like I did some epic ass shit. But like when you see the footage of my team, like when we were playing, like there's shit that I don't feel like any YouTube content creator could have done.
Right.
By anybody,
Moments.
right?
Yeah. Well,
Like-
see,
Like
And-
the things that I did that are caught on camera, they're gonna look so good because like I won't tell you what I did, but I'll tell you at that point in time there were 2 camera guys on me and like both drones were focused on.
Right. And that's
Yeah.
and maybe not to someone like you, but to someone like me, that might get in my head.
right.
And I won't be able to do what I'm there fucking to do.
Right.
You know?
You're trying to get this epic thing
Right.
done, and now
Exactly.
it's
It's
the
like-
pressure's surmounting. It's even harder.
Right. And it's like when I sat over Baxter's shoulder at the op with a fucking camera. Like I thought to myself, like, damn, I'm probably fucking up his groove. So I left. You know,
Right.
but you can't do that with shit like this because, you
Right.
know.
Oh yeah, also I was watching your guys' video from Video Silence. You guys were right where when we were trying to go get Rabbit back right before you guys evacuated,
Mm-hmm.
pushed towards your Conifex. It was like, dude, there was a point where like you got the guy that we threw a grenade at. That
Yeah.
was us behind those walls.
Oh, it
They were-
was?
Yeah, the
Oh,
guy on
shit.
camera that went down and ended up laying down his stomach. That's a guy
Uh-huh.
from my team.
Oh, that's crazy.
That's him on it. He said he went on a suicide run to go throw a grenade in containers and kill 2 of you guys, but then you guys laid him. And then like when your guys creeping up, and then he got caught by a grenade,
Mm.
and I'm pretty sure you heard me screaming like, "Yo, what the fuck?" Because the guy that pushed us, he literally peeked over the cover and full autoed all of us. He magged up all of us.
Yeah, I've ran into that.
And I was mad, and it's like someone was like, "Well, we were already dead." Here's the shitty part: we were
Right.
already dead. jumps over and just full spray that. I get pissed, obviously. Like, you fucking asshole. The fuck, bro? You see we're dead, bro? Dead right now. Dumbass. That guy's gonna fight you.
Yeah.
Like,
Well, see,
I,
but that's like the fun part of airsoft because it's like your
like,
temper will flare, and then like 2 minutes later, you're buddies.
Right.
I got mad at the guy who killed because he saw the whole thing go down. He's like, dude, he didn't know. Relax. I'm like, dude, but you knew. You could have been like, no, they're dead. They're dead. They're dead.
Right.
Right. I don't know.
Immersion. No.
Bro, I did come out around that thing and say,
I'm not gonna say anything. A lot of those technicals that we destroyed did not go down, and that pissed me because I threw like half of the grenades I bought.
that was both sides.
Yeah.
Being the guy who walked around recording and him recording most of everything that was going on, there was a lot of back and forth on each side. So what you're experienced actually exactly happened to our team. Delta Squad got fucked up sitting in their own container.
Yeah.
And they were already dead. So it's kind of both ways.
And here's the best part: that whole op. We had like the advantage of being in the AO technically first,
Yeah.
Right.
like setting up traps or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
From what I was told, the beginning ambush was a success, but it did not look like that. It did not feel or look that way from our perspective.
On
Mind
the
did a 1.5 mile trek through the complete pitch black forest, walking through Magdera, going all the way to the ambush spot. And by the time me and our unit got there, shit was already going down.
Oh, yeah.
Trust me.
you're talking the first night, right?
The first night when we
Oh,
set up
dude.
those light bars to get you guys,
Dude.
the guys with nods.
It may not have looked like it was so bad when we landed, right? Even in our video, it may not have looked so bad.
Chaos.
No. From what I heard, they gave you the shit. They were fucking, and then I heard they were lighting you guys up with taggins. For
We
like
got
hours.
fucked, bro. We got fucked on the landing. It took us forever just to get back. Like, basically, we quit fighting, and we were like, just go to the forge. Just go to the forge. Just fall back and go to the forge. So we go to the forge.
No, that didn't happen with us.
Right.
We had rabbits screaming at us. So it's like, here's the thing. We had our command from our cell already had a plan on what we were going to do. We were going to move in unison up the center, engage in the ambush, and then about 5 minutes in, we were going to break off and a unit head to the forge while the other unit continues to secure.
Nah.
At that moment, everything we knew that we were doing went completely out the window because Rabbit just started screaming, and we knew one thing is that if there's anybody's orders who are greater than your leader's orders, is the guy who's running the whole fucking show. So he's like, "You fucking run! Just run! Don't stop moving!" I'm like, "Oh God!" I'm looking at my lieutenant like, "What did we do?" Don't even answer that question. We're out.
Go.
We're out. We're out.
No, we got fucked up.
No.
We got
It's
fucked
like
up
getting yelled
bad.
at by a dude with his call sign being Rabbit. Hell no, I'm not staying there.
I'm feeling puny.
Yeah. I'm weak.
No, we got fucked up bad on the landing.
We shrunk 4 times that day.
And then on top of that, once we finally got to the forge and we got secured and we were like, okay, cool, we get a break now. Like, me and Nasty kind of waited around a little bit. We weren't filming. We were just kind of chilling. The first wave kind of hits kind of randomly. Like, we finally decide to lay down.
That's when it happened.
And then we're like almost asleep. And the shit pops off. I'm like, cool. I throw my vest back on, my helmet. I put my boots back on. Like, at this point, we've already all pretty much de-geared.
Right.
Except for the guys on watch. And we're like sitting there. Grenades roll in.
Yeah.
And fucking we just start getting hammered
Fucked
bad.
up.
And it was like an hour and a half just. And we, no matter what, we constantly almost lost the forge. Almost lost the forge every single time.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know. You know what? It was like the special unit guys that we had. They were really putting a hammer on
It was
you guys.
6 people.
Yeah.
6 teenage kids were just like mortar teaming us all fucking night.
Ghost Squad, man.
And one of the dudes I had the pleasure of hanging out with on the ride in, yo, dude, only dude I've ever seen wear toe shoes.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
one of the guys from Ghost,
The
the Ghost Squad, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, and you know what this funny part is? I was jealous. It's like, there's
Your
no
fucking
freedom.
toe shoes, damn it.
There's no better freedom than having your feet fully encased,
Yeah.
able to move your
Right,
toes.
right.
My God,
Fajita Baxter wants to know, what is your YouTube channel? And drop your Discord in there too, so that way these people know. And the Fibro Discord, or not Discord, the Instagrams.
Instagram. Plug it. Plug up.
All right. So, as for YouTube, coming soon. Why? I like to perfect all of my content before I drop it. I'm gonna do a massive content drop, like everything I have going on at the same time. So, I just leave everybody there with a whole YouTube channel to watch through all my exploits and adventures and mishaps
Right.
and oopsie daisies. Um, for Instagram, it is NYI period fajitas. Fajita. That's it. And then as for Fibros Tactical, we are at 5_Burrows Tactical. No, that's 5_BT. I don't know right now.
Yes,
I'm
I believe
tired.
so. I don't know.
I'm tired.
It's one of
I
those.
worked hard yesterday. I'm just kidding.
No, man. I'm super excited we could get you on here and that we could do this live and have you on there. Nasty's looking up the Instagram right now because we want to make sure everybody knows.
Right.
Thank
What
You
is
ready?
it? Is it 5B?
It's 5B_tactical.
5B_tactical.
Yeah.
You're pretty close.
Go
God,
follow them.
Guy creates milk. He doesn't even know his own Instagram yet. Another thing we'll announce. Like I was saying before about APL, a lot of people don't realize that it is a platform for us airsofters who aren't on, like, who are on YouTube, but nobody knows about us.
Right.
Or like people who have speed soft teams and they're now like finally getting recognition and some traffic to their pages. And like me specifically, it led to me getting recruited to join New York Insomnia, a speed
Right.
soft based in 5 boroughs.
Right.
And I never knew about this until I met up with some of them after the APL thing, and I'm on a dedicated team to
That's pretty
compete.
cool.
And it's like it opens. what I'm saying is, it's like
Magic.
it seems small,
Right.
but this is an opportunity for us, the people who spend all of our time watching these YouTube creators doing all these fun, cool things, to finally do that ourselves and
Wow.
have the platform and some type of leeway where you could be like, you've seen me do something before.
Yep.
And now here's content that I do that's not recorded and put
Exactly.
out
And
like
think
that.
about this. Think of the people that are going to come out of the woodworks, their teams, who are going to get the chance to get on this show and show them what the fuck they're about. You know, like what was that squad? The Mall Cops.
Yes.
I would love
Michigan
to see
Mall
the Mall
Cops.
Cops on
Like-
fucking Pro League. That'd be dope, bro.
And that's another thing a lot of people were shitting on, is like they were like, oh, I don't know any of these people on these teams. I
Right.
don't know.
Well, get to know them. Fuck.
YouTubers. No shit, idiot. They've never.
Right.
When have you ever watched a game show and knew the competitors' names off? the
And
bat?
it's kind of
Right.
the same thing here with our shows. Like, a lot of people probably think, man, they don't really have anybody on here who we know. Like, I think, in all honesty, if I really had to pick who the biggest person is that we've had on this show, it's been two people. Been Josh Warren of Milson West.
I feel like Rogue. Rogue was a big one too.
Rogue was he's pretty big, especially in the UK scene. He knows a lot of people. But Josh Warren of Milson West and Airsoft Hasmeen. Airsoft Hasmeen.
Oh yeah. Oh
I mean,
yeah.
these are people who I would probably consider the two biggest, which realistically, I mean, of course everybody knows who Josh Warren is, but they didn't give two fucks about the Task Force podcast show he was on, because they normally see him on the ASAP podcast, which I can respect. They know the guy, they have him on all the time. That's cool. But they, people don't know Airsoft Hasmeen unless they already are following her on Instagram, which, by the way, if you're not following at Airsoft Hasmeen,
Right.
You should go follow her.
And
Plays all the time with Undead Fred and Airsoft Chacon. So.
Oh, I love Undead Fred. Yo, Undead Fred, follow me, please. I love
I would love to get Undead Fred on the show. In all honesty, I'd love to
I wanna
get.
ask his experience with KWA Fight Nights. I know he was on it.
Yes,
I watched it and it
yes.
was so badass.
Yes, I would love to get his thoughts on that whole that whole thing, what that setup was like, and how all that went. Like, I mean,
Like
I
the
have
pre-prep.
questions for the APL and how it went for you, but I know they had you sign your.
I mean, how about this? You ask me some of the questions, and then like if I can answer them, I'll answer them. If not, I'll just be like, I plead the fifth.
What was your uh what's the word I'm thinking of? What's the fucking word I'm thinking of?
Oh, because you're asking the smartest person
Yeah,
in
I
the
know I
fucking
am.
room.
I am trying to, but apparently
okay,
you don't know.
bud. Right.
What
Oh my God,
what
that's right.
was your tryout like? What was that? What did it look like? What did it feel like?
Actually, the video they posted with the Legion tryouts,
Mhm.
that was my tryout. I was the one wearing the red mask.
Oh,
Oh.
It was basically we basically it was also like it was kind of like it was a tryout slash beta test for one of the game modes that they included for the
mhm.
season, which is I think it was Hornet's Nest,
Right.
where you gotta pop balloons. So
Yep.
that was our tryout, and it was like we did basically they gave us a set time to beat that they've predetermined. I guess the contractors ran through the course before and did it, and then they gave us a time to beat. You had to come as close to that time, I think. And I think we had 3 trials, and also we got like the footage that was necessary. So
Right.
it was pretty cool.
So it wasn't just like hey, go out here, show me what you got, and then you're in. It was actually you had to
Everybody.
go out and play and be
Mhm.
efficient at the game.
I think for a lot of them though, it was like they did a lot of stuff in the back way before they even started recording for season 1.
Right.
Like they did a lot of like I think they did a lot of like open community trials. Like they had a set community that they were a part of, and they invited them out first, and
Right.
then it was through word of mouth, and they spread in, and they got them
Right.
into the group.
Right.
I got personally invited with
Right.
with 2 of the others there. I think it was actually because of Fibro's Tact. I think the show.
Right.
Um, and yeah, he was just like, if you
Well,
got if you got dudes that want to try, you want to put a full squad together, then yeah. At the time, we were just coming back from Radio Silence.
Right.
Right.
So I was like, I had nobody that was available, so I was like, fuck it, I'll do it myself.
Right. Well, see, so that was my thing too. Is like people were like, "Well, why didn't you get people who are more well known, like Undead Fred?" Actually, was a name that I had brought to me. Yeah, COVID is number one, and number two, like, bro, you can look at the production quality that has been put into it already and say, okay, this probably cost a decent amount of money. Now you add probably the most single more expensive thing, which is getting somebody to come out here
Yeah.
Now
and
they
do
have to
this.
pay for their
Yeah,
flight,
you
their
got to
hotel
pay for it because
accommodation.
otherwise, like, you're saying, hey, you want to come do this? And they're like, yeah. And then they're like, okay, well, you have to pay to fly out here. Some people
Like
might be
nobody
able to do
wants
it.
to pay to fly out, pay
Right.
for a hotel room to potentially lose something
Exactly.
and walk away with nothing.
Exactly.
So
exactly.
why not keep it in the realm in the area
Right.
you're
Give her,
already from?
give her the
It's like-
test run.
But my other thing is like, why? I get it. It's like it brings traffic because you know these people, but it's like, where's the fun? They're not gaining nor losing anything.
Right.
Yeah.
They're
Right.
not. They're here to be on the show, and if they win, dope. They get a $5,000 prize and
Right.
whatever, and then they
Mhm.
get to go back to making content and continue to make money.
Right.
People like us who are on the show, we really competed. Like we
Right.
wanted this. We want
Right.
like forget the moment to
You're
be on a
talking
show.
you're talking
We
pro
wanted-
football versus college football here, baby.
Yeah.
Dudes who are there to make money and get out. Dudes who are there to compete and win the show.
get that
That's
bag,
what
bro.
they're
thing
about.
my thing is like we already played the hobby as a hobby
Right.
for a long period
And
of
now
time.
there's money.
So why would we not take the opportunity to be on a TV show to possibly win money and get recognized for playing what's a hobby?
Right.
A hobby,
Exactly.
something that we normally as consumers just pour money into, like thousands of dollars a year.
Exactly.
What's wrong with me wanting to try to get in on
Right.
that and make money possibly back? That makes me no different from a YouTube creator.
No, it
Right.
doesn't.
I'm
makes you
doing
no
something
different
that
than
I'm
anybody.
enjoying, but I would also like to turn a profit.
Yeah.
Whether it be from APL or it be like, oh, dude, I got these guys looking at me. I got KWA looking at me. Now they want to sponsor me and let me hold on to a Ronin and then give reviews and then get for every person that buys when I get a percentage.
Hey,
like
man.
whatever it may be.
Exactly.
I'm not saying that's what I'm doing, but you know, KWA, if you're listening, the offer's on the table.
Right.
This chat comment, I'm sorry, it's just getting me. He said, finally, Twitch Mobile is AIDS. I had to basically give them my social and a urine sample to get in. What's up, man? Thanks for taking the time to come out here and enjoyed it.
But listen, like, sure, we all got jobs. We all get paid.
Mm-hmm.
But like you said earlier, which I kind of was back asswards on for a second, like if we started getting paid for this, that'd be awesome.
Right.
I'm not going to say no.
And if you got paid for it, nobody would label you a sellout.
Exactly, but you're going to dog.
But here's the thing, they only feel that way about things they like and know about. And the thing is that it's so new and like even given what they know about it, they got from the first impression based off of interaction with the creator of it,
right?
Is that I'm gonna hate this thing no matter what because the person made me feel mad.
Exactly, like boohoo, get the fuck out of here,
right?
Fucking run, dude. I'm sorry, I'll get off that.
It's like
just stop.
It's like being a referee at an airsoft field over again. Like, dude, why are you complaining about this trivial shit? It doesn't matter.
Right. You're gonna go call mommy? Be like, I'm sad. Get out of here.
Oh man. There's been I didn't even realize. I just remembered. Like I say right all the time. Right.
Oh, you have a right counter.
So yes. So I put a right counter in my chat bot.
I will be on that shit.
And I say right all the fucking time when we're talking. If you've ever watched
rights
it,
have been given.
Right. I'll just say right. You know.
Oh
and
my god.
Add another one.
Yes, I say it all the fucking time. And so I was like sitting there, and I was like, it'd be funny. We gotta find something that Nasty says, like just buy it or something.
It's just a shame that the community has resorted to like. I guess it's because everybody being locked up for so long.
People couldn't handle Modern Warfare 2 pre and post game lobbies.
What?
People these days can't handle like the Modern Warfare 2 lobbies.
Yeah, Xbox parties. Yeah. Xbox Live parties back in like the early 2000s were wild.
Premium. It was premium. It didn't matter how early, how late, or if you just got on.
Always.
The moment you got into a game lobby,
instant death.
Just hard fucking going at it. Yeah. It didn't matter who it was.
You had to have iron skin.
The lobbies made me who I am today. Fucking right.
Yes.
Like, dude, we weren't. You couldn't be keyboard warriors. No. You had to talk that shit, or
then get in the game and play it.
Exactly.
Or you had to do the ill reverse psychology and let them be like, whatever they say, that shit is real now. I bet. It's like, I'm not gonna say the full word, but you're a G word. I totally am, and I'm glad you picked up on that. Now that I know age, sex, location, buddy, let's get this.
Dude,
like, stuff like that. Like it either made you into a better person,
right,
or it made you able to take negative and turn it positive, or it just gave you iron skin.
That was my biggest argument was when I started playing the new Modern Warfare. Every game it changed your lobby, and I was like, "Oh, come on, man!" Because you could roll with
the same dudes and just shit talk and shit talk,
right?
And shit.
You know, you'd play against the same guys on the other team, like 4 games in a row.
Like, the game you didn't have to play good to have a good time.
Right.
No.
Like you literally could go. You could literally go 2-10 and just talk shit the whole time and just be a nuisance. That way, those guys got off their game, and you helped your buddies be able to do better. Like. Psychological warfare on Modern Warfare is exactly what that shit was.
I miss it.
Oh, yo, like, dude, like, you really had people. You had people. Sometimes people had you really believe they slept with your mom.
Yeah.
Like,
no, it's not a. It's the first thing you hear when you get on a hardcore search and hardcore search match. I fucked your mom. Bitch, I wasn't even on here for like 5 minutes.
Yes.
And I'm after school, didn't do my homework, and motherfucker already screaming, I fucked your mom.
Just like what? And then you had those dudes who do like the voice changers who be like, you know the video I'm talking about where the dudes all like, so like, where do you leave? Like just the quality
and then you got
stuff.
You got the hacker over here. You got I fucked your mom 10-year-old over here. You got the dude with the voice changer.
Got the dude with the modded controller.
And then the hardcore. I modded controllers.
Me too.
Yeah, I remember that. Yeah.
I think a dude on to like a voice lobby, or he hired somebody.
Yep. Hey, my Xbox JTAG. You want Prestige 10? Like, hell yeah,
like,
son.
Like, not even. It's like his name was Lieutenant Lickman. It's the best thing ever. Like he would like people would like call him and send in like their like boyfriend or like their best friend's like gamer tag and have them fuck with him. But like this one dude hired a dude that sounds exactly like Ken Lamar, and this guy's like his biggest fan, and he made him break up with his girlfriend. Made him break up with his girlfriend and all that, and then he's like, oh, "I'll give you a song," and then he basically it was a song about how Kendrick Lamar is now piping this dude's now ex-girlfriend.
That's fucking awesome.
Bro, I don't care how old you get. Larry Craig in the chat says I'm 24 and I'm still the fucked your mom guy.
We're
like,
all that.
bro,
person.
I'm about to be 30 and I'm still the I fucked your mom guy.
I'm the.
I most of the time I play now and my mic's muted, but if somebody pipes off and says just
Some
the right
stupid shit.
thing,
Yeah.
click that
See, like,
shit on and just go
I
ham.
say it, but in a more subtle way. I'll be like, "Hey, is your mom okay? Or is she still walking?"
Right.
Them hips broke or not? Like, I don't know. I'm the guy who's quiet and that you shit talk on me, but I'll come and just ruin you. I've always
Hey, do me a
always that
favor.
player.
It's like, hey, do me a favor. Ask your mom if she lactated. What? Because if she is, we have a serious problem.
Dude.
I'm a brute. I'm sorry.
No,
Anybody
listen, we went from being verbal warriors to keyboard warriors and no one able to back their shit up anymore. 1v1 me
And
and
that's
Rust,
why I love
however
Airsoft.
you want it.
We went from watching South Park and Family Guy to
Yeah.
the most sensitive nation in the world.
Fuck it.
Yeah, I don't understand how a country built on South Park and Family Guy can get this easily offended.
I have no fucking idea.
And it's my job to defend everybody somehow.
And South Park is still doing it.
Yeah.
I know.
And they tried to get that show canceled a billion times.
Shit.
And they're
No,
like,
there's so many times they could try until they just give up.
yeah. Or until the media tells them not to.
I don't
Wow,
know.
They
we're
can't.
getting too far. Sorry.
Well, no, they can't. They can't because
Fake
then
news.
they'd have to get rid of the Book of Mormon, which is a Broadway #1 hit for like 10 years in a row now. What are you gonna do? You can't erase them. They will just come back with another show.
Yeah, that's true.
Oh, dude.
Oh man.
You just call it North Park or something.
I
It'll
need
be
to
a new-
go. I need to go watch some basketball. That's what. I
some
need.
basic. Oh my God!
I need to watch some
You
basketball.
just brought up a movie that I love. Nah, I want to watch Spaceballs.
Oh, bro, damn it! I wish I had it with me.
Rick Moranis.
I actually have a mask that says
balls?
No, it actually says Spaceballs the mask. You know?
Oh, the COVID mask.
Yeah.
His name is Lord Help.
Well, because like in the movie they start talking about merch and then they say something about Spaceballs and it says like Spaceballs the placemat, and if you look in the movie they're all over the place. Yeah, Spaceballs the food, Spaceballs the TV dinner, Spaceballs the lunch pail. Like there's a bunch of shit. So
Hey, Thor's
My
hammer.
mom-
No one cares.
my mom actually makes custom masks and shit. Because she has all the stuff to do that and make window clings and window stickers and all that fancy shit. So if you want to check that shit out, you can.
Like that Etsy page. Do
Yeah,
it.
look at it. No,
Link
so she had it made for me or made it for me, and Spaceballs the mask. It was mainly my wife's idea, but I was like, that would be funny.
Well, you know what? We've been asking me a lot of questions. Let me ask you some questions. Now that we're on Twitch, you know? We're on Twitch now. This is a whole new ball game, boys. That means there's more than just podcasting now.
Mm-hmm.
And I also noticed in our Discord, there's some lobbies in here. You gonna be using those? Okay.
He gone. He gone.
Every time.
Oh my God. I
He's
had
outta
to switch
here.
over just to read the whole name of this
You
chat.
gotta get.
Game chat to electric.
Oh,
Oh my God.
what you got?
I went to your game section in like the voice channels. Game chat too. It says electric, and I don't even need to get to the rest of it to know that it says electric.
It says electric what?
All right, so
Just say it.
if you go to your voice chats in the Discord, you have the game section.
Yeah.
And it says Xbox Live Party Chat, and then Game Chat 2 Electric Boogaloo. That is like the funniest thing I've seen.
Listen.
We've got the MT6 guys in there. They've actually been giving us a hand with kind of vamping
Right.
up the Discord and kind of helping us out. So that's probably all on them. But that is fucking gold.
So
dude.
the goal is to start getting more on Discord because I go home.
Yes.
The first thing I do is get on my computer.
Yep.
So if you see my name, which is Swiss Babushka, okay, on Discord, if you see that little green light on, you know your boy's there. Hit me up. We'll go
Right.
play.
Yeah.
Cause
I'm
I'll
like,
never.
dude, I be getting mad games on the regular.
No, but now that we're in the world of Twitch, as you said, and
Right.
streaming live, like
Yeah,
I
we
would
have-
love to do some gameplay. And
Right.
I would love to do it with the guys who are our friends.
Do it, or you
we
do the
talk to all the
entire
time.
podcast, but play a game while you do it.
We'll see.
We were actually laughing and talking about that, like how funny would it be just to sit here and scroll through fucking like now that we
Memes.
can link to the computer and show the screen and all that shit. How funny it would be to scroll through memes
I
and
have
just
some
check out
quality
funny
memes.
shit, like watch Tristan Art and Airsoft's YouTube
Right.
videos that he drops
live reactions
and do
stuff.
it. Yes.
See, I
Also done that.
everybody's like, if you're gonna live stream, you need to have a camera, and I'm not I am on my face when my face is on the internet when I do this, and that seems to be enough for me. But if that's got to be the case, and you want to play,
I
and
mean,
wanna
I help
play-
you get a decent setup.
I know, obviously.
Yeah,
Like,
I mean,
okay, well,
I can
Dude,
make it
I'm
happen.
running a PC from 2014. All I did was swap out parts, and
right.
I'm
I'm not
glad.
worried about my setup. Trust
Oh
me.
no,
I'm,
his PC.
I'm a nerd when it comes to that. But
Yeah.
I just, I guess
Oh,
if my
it's
face
all
is what
pretty
gets
good.
people to watch your shit, I guess we'll
What
get
is
that
this?
set up.
Do a live R airsoft roast.
Oh,
on
Lord.
Reddit.
On Reddit.
Go on Reddit.
Ugh.
Yeah. Airsoft roast. Who are you?
I guess-
Hold on,
Craig.
while we're talking about, because I remember you brought up Tristan
Mhm.
Art and Airsoft. We're gonna talk about him receiving a rocket launcher from Airsoft GI or what?
Yes, my dude buys a mystery box, gets a fucking RPG.
It's like the meme gods.
That
knew
was-
where
that's
box
set
was
up.
going.
That's set up. They're like, oh shit, it's Tristan. Give him the fucking RPG.
Meme,
No,
meme
like,
team does roasts of airsoft loadouts and guns all the time.
Dude, post
I
those in
think it would be
Discord,
pretty
we can
funny.
pull 'em up.
Be pretty funny.
All I know is it's about time.
I know. I think
It's
the
about that time.
the options that we have now with this is going to make things even more interesting for the show and make it even more fun for when people get on live. I just hope that we can draw some of that crowd that listens
Tan.
and watches on YouTube to the live, because as you guys have been seeing all throughout the chat, we've been able to kind of interact and laugh about or use questions
Better
that
than
get
Instagram Live.
yes,
Shit.
better than doing a live on Instagram and recording a podcast. It's cool to do it that way, but this is really the way I've always wanted to do it.
Chris Pie Fives.
Yes. So to be able to interact with the chat and to be able to have you guys be a part of the show, even if you're not a guest, is awesome. And then when you are a guest, such as Fajita, I was able to make this fancy box, and I feel like he's
It's
here
now
with us.
It's now forever known as the Fajita box.
That's right.
The Fajita
forever.
box.
Ever,
So
ever.
from now on, any other guests that come in here, you're getting placed in the Fajita box.
That's right.
Yes, the Fajita
Between
box.
two very large
No, you know what
names.
you gotta do? No, you gotta edit it so on the side it's like a little purple part is like $5, so it's a $5 fajita box.
Hey, at least we know what you're worth. For a good time.
It's absolutely.
$5
Well,
for
yeah,
this fajita box.
That's right.
Guys, once again, it's been a pleasure being on the show.
Yes.
No, yeah.
Any
Dude,
more
that's
shout outs? Any more outs? Anything you want to say?
Prime time for that episode he did last episode he did with you guys. Curse the hell of like oh my god, copious amounts of swearing.
I mean, I'm pretty sure we hit
Were we
every
drinking?
cuss word. We were drinking.
I was drinking. For
We were
sure.
Oh
drinking.
yeah, never
So-
mind. Once you said once you said you were drinking, that's
Yeah,
it.
that's.
yeah,
I mean,
we were drinking. Like we were drinking enough so that we didn't even hit record. Like we had the audio rolling, but we didn't even get it. Like I had
Nice.
4 minutes of film and then nothing for like a solid 45 minutes,
Right.
and then like
That's
15
kind of like
minutes
how
of
I
film.
was at Radio Silence. Because remember, like the first half of it was in complete
Right.
complete
Right.
darkness, complete utter darkness. So like all that GoPro footage I had from first day, garbage. Nothing
garbage,
useful.
yeah.
Because what was I going to show you? The silhouettes of the people in the bushes.
Yeah.
Like, and then day 2 was like bad because it was like really bad weather. I really didn't feel like ruining my camera,
Right.
and so I was like, I really only had like what 30 minutes of like usable footage, and that's not even going through them to see if they're usable. I
Right.
think the main things I got was that execution from Rabbit.
Yeah.
Like where you executed one of your guys, one of the JTO boys,
Mm-hmm.
and then I think it was the gunfight near the end where I actually did some pretty good work, and then another one where we held off an enemy ambush with Rabbit.
That's the. But
Like, and I didn't. I'll say this: when Rabbit's in the zone, there's no talking to Rabbit because I was there the whole time, going like, "Yo, Rabbit, I'm a medic. Do you want me to stay or go?" Silence. I'm like, "Yeah, I'm gonna go. I'm gonna just take my guys and go."
that's right.
But no, man.
Roll your long ass outro.
Yes, my long ass outro.
Go.
If you guys are looking for some BBs to be able to sling the hate and make the people feel the pain, 6mm plastic is the people you want to reach out to. And the best part
Just
about
buy
Twitch
it.
is you can actually go to the chats,
That's
the
been-
chat box. It's that way. I got it right this time. And you can actually look in there. It drops throughout our live show. So you can see 6mmplastic.com and the code TaskForce2020. And that'll save you 10% off your order from them. If you are wanting to get yourself an upgrade for your helmet, Gucci it out, make it look sexy, put some camo on there, anything. You can upgrade your Comtac 2s, MSA Swordens, all of it. It's all there. Dynamic Fuzz,
Gets
those guys will
longer.
help you do that. TFPOD 10 for 15% off your order from them. And as well, if you want to carry around a badass blade on the field to be able to
TS
go up
blades.
and get some nice stabby stabs.
Karambits all 2020.
Yes, karambits. But they also have a fucking tomahawk. I can't discount that.
Right.
That's just too nice. Well, I mean, I
Who
can
doesn't
discount
want a
it.
tomahawk? Everybody.
I can
Nobody.
discount it, and that discount code is TS-TaskForcePodcast, and that'll get you 15% off your order from them.
Right.
Again, if you want to check those guys out, it's over in the chat. As well as there's a little bar down here.
But
Down-
like right here.
Down here, yep.
Ooh,
And it
ooh.
says Dynamic Fuzz, 6mm plastic.
Ooh.
Yeah, it
Hey.
cycles throughout, so you guys know. And then our Instagram is down there as well. TaskForce_podcast. If you enjoyed this stream, if you enjoy this content, if you like this airsoft shenanigans, and you want to be a part of the Task Force family, go follow us on
And the
Instagram
homie is right
and
here.
hit this follow button. And
Right.
if you're watching on YouTube, hit that subscribe button and do all this other dumb shit.
And then make sure you go hit the homies up. 5 Rows
Yes.
Tactical.
5B.
5B
underscore
underscore
tactical.
tactical.
Thumbs up all day.
5's up all day.
Yes.
Quick shout out, just quick shout out to my wife, April. Love you.
Yeah.
She's been my number one fan. She's actually the main reason why I started 5 Hours Tactical. She gave me the final push I needed to say, screw it. Don't wait for nobody. Do what you want to do.
Shout the fuck
And
out. Yeah.
And once again, I want to shout out you guys for
Oh.
just being awesome people and always being there. And y'all want to. So y'all always, like, you guys just randomly hit me up too, which is amazing. I never had that kind of love. It's like, she's like, hey dude, we're checking in on you. I was like, oh, there's really nothing
Hey
going
man,
on.
it's the
for them.
community, man. We have to keep it real
Dude,
with everybody.
Like I said, if you're a part of the Task Force family,
You're a
which is
fucking
really
part
what
of
I
it.
kind of consider this, you know,
Yeah.
like if you're in the Discord, then you kind of get to hang out with, you see, like, we're not, I guess we're not like I don't consider like content creators. We're people
Fuck
who
no.
just want to hang out and
Right.
get to know other fucking dudes who are into the same shit we are and want to have a good time and do this airsoft thing together.
So much so, my mom wants to mail everybody a gallon bag of cookies.
Right.
And I keep telling her we're not going to do that.
We're not
No,
doing
you
that,
are.
Mom.
Okay,
Yeah, you bastard.
Fajita wants a bag. So Fajita, I'm sure, I don't know how it's going to work. You might get a melted. So we could do peanut butter, no pay. You just let us know.
No, man. I
we'll-
love having you on. I love having you on.
Yeah.
Thank you everybody in the chat
Yes,
who
thank you
has
for
joined
showing up.
in, stayed in here with us.
You'll be seeing me more because as I like to state now, as I'm part of this family here at Task Force, I will be present in chats
Right.
during the
Oh,
stream.
yeah.
I'll be willing to be your moderator, not
Oh, yeah.
only on Discord, but in here as well.
All the help.
And by the way, I will be throwing out ban hammers for those who are unworthy of being in this glorious stream, but it should be very minimum because
We will scold you in the chat severely and
Well,
then ban
that's
you so you get no rebuttal.
And then we get the meme masters we have in here to fucking like
Yes.
put you
Hey,
6
guys.
we
foot.
have by far the best
Yeah.
meme masters.
Thank your wife asked me, does my wife play too? No, not yet, but when she does, she will not be able to escape.
My wife, I'm trying to get her to play.
She
shot the fuck out
of
of
you.
me.
Man, seriously, hey,
we went
just
out
two
to
shots.
we went out to our farm, and I was like, yeah, you can shoot me, whatever. I mean, I shot her. I shot her once.
Yeah.
One time,
Mhm.
at like 50 feet, and she was like, "Ow, that hurts." And I was like, "Yeah, I know. You'd have to be okay with that." She was like, it's not terrible. And then she's like, "I want to shoot you." I'm like, "All right, cool." You know, the airsofter way is like, "Hey, I shot you. You shoot
Right.
me one
But
time.
she
It's
was
fine."
like, "Pop, pop, pop,
She
pop,
shot me
pop,
like
pop."
15 fucking
Yeah.
times, man.
And I'm over here like, damn.
And I'm like moving too. I'm like hard.
She was
moving.
on it.
She was just having flashbacks from like all those and all that extra shit. All the time she made her angry.
All the babies she's pushed out for you.
Yeah, she
It was
said,
like
"It's
so fun though. She
Yeah.
says.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, I'm gonna get her. I'm gonna get her to play, and then when that happens, maybe that would be the push that your wife needs to play. Make our wives fight each other
That's
That'd be
right.
funny.
to the death.
I got
To
money
the
on just
death.
whoever wins. No one particular. Just I want to see it happen. Maybe that's a.
Mom will bring cookies and the ladies can fight.
Maybe hit my hand against my table. That made me laugh. Fajita, you have babies. Yes, I do.
Yes.
Two children. One of them is with me right now. The monster.
Got
She's
the
in her room
foe.
sleeping.
Got the faux kids.
I just
so-
drained mine down the sink or the drainage wherever it
right into the
lands.
toilet paper or the napkin.
I don't know.
Or the
Not
sock.
even that.
Or the
No,
floor.
no, I think you weren't alive one time, and you had a blanket from your room, and I heard that thing crumple like crack.
That's why we threw away that sleeping bag from the event.
That's why we threw it.
Just-
But no,
All right.
thank you guys all for
Thank
joining
you,
us. Fajita,
seriously.
again, thank you for being on the
Yeah.
line.
Thank you
with
for
us.
having me
Seriously,
again,
man.
This
guys.
is
It won't
awesome.
be the last. You know I like
no.
you guys.
Definitely not. So we will see you guys next week on Saturday live right here again on Task Force
If
Podcast
it's not
underscore.
Bye,
Task
Nasty's
Force
mom.
underscore podcast.
Love
Oh
you.
wow, I thought you were
We'll
saying
be
bye
here.
to me, but it's cool. Fucking whatever. All right.
You know I love you. Sure.
We love you. We'll see
Bye.
you.